Warning, this video may contain foul language, crude humor, and is meant for an adult audience. Please be advised. Hello and welcome to another edition of War Journal Toys. I am Jason, your toy vigilante, here to be your forward observer in your toy hunting missions. Let's debrief. So today we are looking at Masters of the Universe Snake Mountain Playset, new for 2023. Evil stronghold of Skeletor. Let's get into this. So I saw it on Facebook that they had released this at the Mattel stores in California, and somebody posted a thing on it. So I went over to eBay, and sure enough, somebody decided to sell one of theirs. So I picked it up. At the time, I've only seen 4 of them up on eBay, and all 4 of them sold. And of course, I spent more than list price, so it is what it is. But let's get a closer look at this packaging. And I'm gonna just hold the phone, guys, because it's just easier this way. So let's start in the corner. Made by Mattel, unassembled. You got Screech doing his duty, flying out in the hinterland. You got Too Bad grabbing either Eternia, that might be Man-at-Arms, it's hard to tell. Then you got Whiplash and some skeleton warriors up above him. Then you got Manny Faces, which I think that they're depicting the mini comics Manny Face. And then Buzz Off, new for 2023. Got the Wolf. It's another thing too, guys, when you're looking, it appears that this part is, I think, this part in the toy slid in the box, and the guy that mailed it to me didn't put any bubble wrap in the package, so it rubbed the printing off, which sucks. But I'm getting another one that I'm going to leave sealed. Hopefully this will not be on that one. Then you got the snake, which looks really cool. He's got a nice yellow eye there, but they didn't paint it, which is kind of disappointing. You got the top of the mountain, which is a new piece. It wasn't on the vintage one. You got Dragon Blaster Skeletor looking really good right there. Thunder Punch He-Man. You got the Green Goddess and Web Store. You got Jaundice Evil Lyn. You got Stinkor, of course, bringing his method of madness. And then you got Mossman, Tongue Lasher, and then King Hiss and Rattler. You got Camocon. Off the top of my head, I forget him, and I forget him. Hopefully they'll make both of them, because it's just remakes of already made parts, except for dude's head here. And you got the other planet out in the background. So overall, really awesome front box. Could be a great display piece. So we'll take a look. Look at the side here. Snake Mountain Evil Stronghold of Skeletor. This side just is kind of a little boring. It just has that weird ship. Kind of a skull looking thing with some pinchers. And we'll flip it to this side first. And it looks like Tila's in there. And what do you call it? The Talon. Then you got some ghost looking dudes, look like snake men. It almost looks like snake armor from Snake Armor Skeletor. But then you look and it looks like Rattler's head, or maybe King Hiss's snake head under a cowl, but looks pretty reasonable. And then you get the back, which with the play set itself, all the different action figures on here. More pictures of the back scene, what you can do with it. And then guys, this is part 1 of this review, because this review, at this point I've already pulled it out of the box and already assembled it. So go to part 2, which I'm going to download, and then you can see it already put together in this video, or you can see it put together in the other video. And then I'm going to do another video, part 3, where I compare the old one with the new one. So if you guys just want to look at the new one, then you can look at the new one. If you want to see it built, you can see me put it together, but your choice. Or you can do all 3. So there's the Bone Throne, the Stronghold Dungeon, which holds the prisoners there with shackles. You got the Acid Pit, Secret Tunnel, sneak inside, Trap Door, capture your enemies, the Coil Bridge, Scale the Mountain, and then Striking Snake, Terrify all intruders. And then it opens and closes, and you can use it as like a carrying case thing. So there's the top of the box. And then last but not least, we'll get the bottom here. So you get the whole, look at the whole play set there. And then there's the UPC for you guys. So there's that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, and then we're going to pull out the play set. And we're back. So through the magic of video, this has already been assembled. If you're interested in that, go to part 2 of my videos, and you can see me watch this and assemble it. It's kind of a long video, but if you're into that, cool. So this is what it looks like all the way around before you open it. I threw Skeletor in here. He does a cameo in my part 2. So you got the moving mouth, got the non-microphone wolf's head. These are nice and rubbery instead of hard plastic, so they shouldn't break. On here, you got to pop off the hands of the action figure and then slip the shackle over it. There is no foot pegs under this part, but there is a foot peg here and here. And there's your hinge. Then you got another foot peg here and here and here. You got your roots, your evil roots from the escape area or the secret entrance. Then you got the snake. Now the snake's a little disappointing, guys. One, they should have painted his eye yellow. I mean, really. His head moves on a ball joint, moves 360 this way. The mouth opens pretty wide. And then they put a little, looks like skin here, or muscle for the jaw thing, so it doesn't look too out of whack. The teeth are kind of rubbery. The collar doesn't move. The only thing that really moves is this part, and it just spins. the back part here does not move back here. So you just got that moving and spinning. So if you put it out this way, you could turn it so it looks like he's going to reach out and grab something. So let's put you back. And this thing is like about 25 inches tall to the top. The gate opens forward and backward. So let's open it up. Comes with these cool kind of claw hooks for the openings, which is kind of, because the ones from Castle Grayskull were just hooks. These are nice and meaty. So you open it up like so. First thing you want to do is pull out the little path, because that has to hook out front. And that just plugs in these little snapping parts here. This at the right angle. So there you go. That's what the front looks like. And then I am going to take the camera down so we can take a little bit closer look at everything. So we'll put that there. You drop down the acid pit. So you got the acid pit with its different creatures. You got the little rubber rock, which you can move to any of the spots with the pegs, just like the creatures. You can also put half a dude here if you want. It looks like he's submerged. So you've got the weapons rack that stores right there. According to the instructions, you get a shield. And these are the weapons that the skeleton warriors are going to come with. Same color, I'm sure. Nice little chintzy weapon rack. I wish they'd put a little bit more thought into this. I know they had to work it in here for space, but I don't know. It doesn't snap like the weapons don't. That part snaps in there. Let's see if the handle snaps in up here. Okay, so that's a little better. So in the picture they're showing it leaning here. I'm snapping it in because it just looks better that way personally. So then we have the cage, and in the cage you store Skeletor's throne. We'll put that aside for right now, and then you have the ladder, which you take the long part, not the short part. You put that in 2 peg holes down here at the bottom. And then you just push it in this little slot right here. Then you have a little spider up here. It's part of what you get. It's got 2 peg holes. You got one where you can peg up in here, peg up there, and then there's another one back there, but I like him over here because it looks like he's going to come down and attack somebody's face. Through the gate. The gate does open forward, backward, and forward. The jaw bridge works like this. There's a little button right here. Push that button, drops your action figure down. Push the rock over here on the left. Raises it back up. So over here you can put the cage for storage, or just holding onto a dude, throw a dude in there. Slide it out. It's open, closed in the bottom. And then you can slide it back up in here. You gotta slide it all the way, guys. So when you push the button for the trap door, it opens and doesn't hit the edge of the frame of the cage or the dungeon. Then you got that opens up. Let me grab a dude real quick. Come here, buddy. Got a Skeletor here. Put him up, and I guess you got a good face for this. The shield just fell off over there. So if he's standing here going, "Oh no, He-Man, what are you doing? Don't push that button." Ah! That's kind of cool. Comes flying out of there. Okay. That was a little dramatic. Then you can sit him in his chair. See how well this works. When I put this together, it didn't seem like he fit really well in his chair. He's kind of has to sit there with the head on one side, but not too bad. So let me put this back. There. We'll grab the camera and get some close-up shots. Sorry about moving around, but it's the way things go, guys. So here's the throne with Skeletor on it. He looks excited and happy to have his throne. So you got it looks like a furry seat made out of bones, of course. Looks like some kind of head or something there on the ends of the bones of the railing handles. And then you got some skulls that look like they have bunny ears, which is interesting. Another skull head with maybe a little horde dude up on top. All kinds of nice detail on the back too. Of course, it's hollow, and then a peg so it can sit up there. And then the peg looks like that peg's big enough that you could use it on Castle Grayskull up in one of the turrets. So there's the throne. A closer look at the armor, or I should say the weapons rack and the weapons that come with it. Nice little detail with the bone tips there. Not sure what it's supposed to mean, but it's not too bad. The one from Castle Grayskull is much better. Then there's the acid pit with a little rubbery rock that can be moved around. Let's get over here, and you can see the sticker on the floor on the wolf side. And then the second floor with this looking like supposedly wood, and then this is supposed to be stone. There's the peg for the chair. There's a vintage sticker from the wolf thing that made the microphone part. And then there's the peg in there for the spider. And then this part just snaps out. You have the wolf. Nice teeth and nose. Looks like a wolf. It isn't too abstract. They did a good job with the eyes. Then there's a peg that holds the spider. And then this all turns. Let me see if I can do this one-handed. This ladder is pissing me off over here because it keeps falling every time I do something with this dumb playset. That ladder needs to stay where the fuck you're supposed to stay. Okay. So there's the wolf head, and it spins 360. And here's the cage or the dungeon. Looks really good. Almost looks like, pretty sure that this door and that door is the same door. They just reused the door. So let's slide that out. And the ladder falls again. So there's the cage. Bars all the way around. Nice details with a little riveting. So there's some little tracks under there. That's what it slides onto. Let's see if I can do this with the camera in my hand. Okay. So it slides into there to be stored. And of course, the ladder falls again. So that's a close-up, more detail on the inside. There is, let's look at these guys a little bit closer. So there's the dragon. It's got his little peg hole. It almost looks like his mouth is articulated, but it's not. And the other little monster. And another, Mattel could have put a little effort and painted these guys a little wash or something with their eyes, but they didn't go that far. I mean, especially for $80, you'd throw a little bit more detail because there's nothing else really going on in there except the acid thing and then the flexible roots. And then you got the trap door, which you can watch. You press that button right there, and it falls down. And then lifting it back up, press that button, holds the little knock right there, so you can see it again. Thumb in there. You can see the little movement there. And you gotta I would push that to lock it into place. And the spider. Let's flip this around. Look at the details on the front. Let me turn off this. There you go. So now it's got really awesome texture to it. It's not a bunch of flat plastic. It looks like rock. Got a little honeycomb, little spot that you could throw something up in there. The stairs, nice airbrushing. They did a really good job with the airbrushing, in my opinion. Then you got the mouth that opens and closes. Don't know if you could get a guy in there or not. Then you got the face with the stickers. And they put the stickers on this. You don't have to, luckily. Then with the wolf, the top part. And then I think I'm going to go see if I can find and invest in the lava flow that goes there that they have for the vintage one. And then you got the railing on this little footpath, which also has pegs here and here, and also there and back there. And then this has got more roots and kind of humanish monster kind of faces in the rock. Got another peg there, and then there's one more peg down below here. Here's another close-up shot of the roots. And then the head, which swivels all the way around and then turns only here. So then you could bring it out where it's out off the mountain, trying to grab somebody. And then you got the cage. It was the same gate as they used on the dungeon part. You got a cool bat with some more bone motif there. And then you just pop this part out to close it up. And then, of course, move your snake in the appropriate position up there. And there's that. So let me pause it for a second. We'll set it up and we'll close this out. Alrighty, we got a thumbs up from Skeletor. He approves of his new Snake Mountain. So I'm Jason. This is War Journal Toys, highlighting Snake Mountain playset from Masters of the Universe in August of 2023. So if you guys like my content, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also, there's going to be a part 3 with this video, because this is part 1. Part 2 is assembly, and part 3 is going to be a comparison of both the vintage and the origins version, and seeing which one, compare them and see a side-by-side challenge, and see if how well they followed the vintage one compared to the new origins one we got here. Get Skeletor back up on his feet. So again, I'm Jason. This is War Journal Toys, taking a look at Masters of the Universe Snake Mountain, out and available in some places. So if you like my content, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.